Alright, so I'm going to be showing how to open up and disassemble this Lenovo, what is this, ThinkPad, I believe, yep, T440. So the screen is broken on here, we're going to have to replace it. They brought it somewhere else and then they kind of started, but they didn't completely take it out and they like bent some stuff here, so we'll see. Hopefully I can get it apart. First thing we're going to do, remove this USB. Next, we're going to remove this battery. So this, you want to slide it to the unlock position on both sides and then pull the battery out. It's kind of, you have to hold it while you're doing it, so pull those to the sides and then slide that out. If you have someone to help you, that might be easier. But anyways, battery model number, do they have one here? I don't see a battery model number here. Oh, there's some part numbers here, but they're super tiny. I think just search T440 and make sure to, when you search for T440 battery, make sure it looks like this, okay? I'm pretty sure there's a battery inside as well, so let's go ahead and open it up. We're using a PH1 or JS1 screwdriver. We're gonna undo all the screws. Okay, I believe they stay attached to the base on this one. This laptop has water, like, what do you call, water drainage holes. So if you spill something on the keyboard, don't flip it over because it'll just drain through the bottom. If you flip it over, then actually the liquid will start going all over inside the motherboard and everything. All right, anyways, we're gonna get all these screws out. Okay, once we undo all the screws, we should be able to lift this up. It will get caught here, so we do have to kind of like pry it up somehow. Let's see. I'm gonna get my fingernail in this gap back here between the bottom cover and that and see if we can start popping it up from there. And okay, looks like you kind of have to work your way down the sides because there are clips that hold it. All right, and we're gonna go down here as well and unclip that. All right, same thing over here, unclip. Okay, and then usually this side will be stuck pretty strong, so we might have to just go around the whole outside of the computer, and then we'll see if we can kind of from the front slide it forward a little bit. All right, there's a little SIM card tray here that we do need to eject. You can use like a folded out paper clip usually to get in there and then push it. You can see once we push it, this ejects. All right, and then let's go ahead and continue popping it up. Okay, there's a clip there. Okay, so once you kind of get the sides, the front's kind of already coming, you can kind of wiggle this and move the whole thing that way, and you can see it unclipped from the back where the batteries were. And there we go. So there's the bottom cover. Yeah, I was telling the customer there's a battery inside. They're like, no, there's no battery, but you can see there's a battery inside. All right, so I'm gonna wiggle this connector here to pop that connector, battery connector out. Very important you disconnect all the batteries, because if you don't and you mess with the LCD LVDS cable, there's a very good chance you're gonna fry your screen or fry the backlight circuit on your computer. It's very dusty, so I'm gonna have to clean that up. So let me do that real quick and I'll be back. But first things first, after disconnecting all the batteries, we're gonna press and hold the power button for at least 15 seconds to drain any residual power, all right? That way it makes it a lot safer to work on. Okay, hold it for a few more seconds, just 15 seconds, take that extra time, and you're a lot less likely to destroy your computer. Okay, so let me clean this up and I'll be back. All right, I'm back. So I'm just gonna quickly show what's inside here because the main thing we're doing is removing the screen. So I'm not gonna be taking everything out, but here you can see the CMOS BIOS RTC real-time clock battery. There's a slot here for a 2.5-inch SATA hard drive. It looks like they upgraded it to an SSD, or maybe it came with one. You got the wireless card, Wi-Fi card here, antennas pull from the tail. If you're not sure, I have videos showing that on other laptops, just watch a few of those. This is usually for a mobile broadband card, which is for the SIM, if you use the SIM card. Okay, you got the, I believe there's a, for the camera, the microphones. You got this little connector for that. Is that for the power button, I believe? I think that's for the power button. Yeah, power board. Okay, what else? You got this little connector here, FPR, so fingerprint reader. This little cable here is for the speaker, and then it has a wire going along the bottom to the other speaker here. Okay, SD card slot, USB port, Ethernet, and VGA are all soldered to the motherboard. Okay, you got some, this looks like RAM actually, so there's only one slot for RAM. It's most likely this is soldered RAM. So you can pull the two tabs to the side, it comes out. This is a PC3L 12800S stick of RAM. So any PC3L 12800S, you should be good. It's 4 gigs. You can put an 8 gig stick if you want. If you can find a 16 gig stick, you can put that as well. CPU soldered to the motherboard underneath the heatsink here. Okay, there's obviously another battery here. There's a connector here. This cable, not 100% sure where that's going to. It's a, oh, touchpad, okay? Touchpad / NFC. You got the fan connector here. You got the DC jack charge port connector here. Runs along there. One screw to remove it. All right, you got the LCD LVDS connector here under those screws. All right, so that's pretty much it. All the other ports are soldered. And here you can see the drain holes. Keyboard on this model, you can actually, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, there's a little kind of battery reset button there, and you can actually press through this little hole to do that. You can press and hold that for like 15 seconds to basically like a BIOS or battery reset. Okay, I don't think it resets the BIOS actually. Here's the keyboard. This has like a little sliding mechanism where you have to slide this frame underneath the keys, then you can have access to screws, and then you can pull that out, but I'm not going to be messing with that. All right, so what we're going to be doing, we're going to be popping the screen out. So the previous person already like peeled up quite a bit of it. You can see they denied it. They said they didn't do it, but obviously it's lifted. Like there's no way it would have came like that. And then I guess they tried to pry it and then they bent that some. So if you're taking this out, you want to be careful here. There are these clips up top that you kind of have to undo while you're kind of pulling it out, you can see. So I'm going to just slide my fingernail along the outer frame and you can see it's coming out. Okay, there's adhesive all around the screen, so it's a little bit difficult to pop it out, but you just have to slowly kind of peel it. You might have to add a little isopropyl alcohol if it doesn't release, but okay, you can see it's coming out. Okay, I'm sliding my finger in between here and you can see it's separating. All right, there's actually okay, so what they were saying actually is that this frame can separate, but as you can see it just came out like that. So I don't think, let's see if we can reclip that. It's gonna have that bump there. Yeah, so separating these two frame pieces, it's like really stuck. Okay, so there's supposed to be 2 layers here, and you can actually separate the 2 layers. Okay, you can see I'm getting in there and it's actually separating. Okay, so usually what you want to do is you want to get in between and separate these 2 layers. You can see how we're separating it, right? Okay, it's going to need a lot of double-sided adhesive to be able to put this thing back together, but you can see the 2 layers will separate. Okay, so you actually want to separate the 2. Let's see if I can peel it away. Okay, so if you can peel it and get the adhesive with it, then you can stick it all back down, but it is going to be somewhat of a pain, you can see. Okay, slowly peeling it away. Normally this is supposed to be attached here. Okay, and then you just have to carefully, let me click all this back down. We'll carefully peel this up and away. Okay, and that's how you would normally work on this one. Would separate this frame, this bezel, this plastic stuff from the front. Like this, slowly. Okay. Okay, so separating this. Slowly peel this away. Alright. And what I do is I try and pull it like this way as I peel it up, so it's not creasing it, it's trying to keep it as flat as possible. Okay, and holding the rest of the frame down as I go. Okay, can see some of the adhesive is kind of peeling up, so hopefully we'll be able to get it to sit flat. We're gonna have to peel that adhesive out and cut it. See, some of this adhesive is separating from the rest. Okay. All right, hold that down. Continue peeling this. And be careful on the corners because you don't want to damage that. I don't know if you can see it, but the person tried to peel it and then they caused like a weird bend there. I'm gonna try and actually uncrease this by bending it the other way. Actually, it's just gonna, well, the crease is no longer there, but now it's has that white, lighter colored mark. Anyways, we're gonna continue peeling this. Okay, now that we're at the corner, I'm gonna start this way and then peel straight down. Go, just like this. And we're going to continue peeling up. You can see all the adhesive is kind of stuck to the frame. Okay. It's kind of just how it is. Continue pulling towards you and peeling it up. Okay, we got to here. Again, we're going to change direction and go over this way. I'm going to actually open this more so it's more room to work on. And we're going to carefully peel this up as well. And try and hold the film down here to the screen. Okay. You can see, let me show you, the previous person peeled this up and then they made this lumpy adhesive here and then they just left it. So we're going to try and flatten out the adhesive a bit. If there are like weird lumps, we can just cut off that excess. It doesn't need all the extra adhesive there. So yeah, we're gonna close this and we're gonna take a look here. Okay, this looks okay. If it's just slightly like wrinkly, it's not a big deal. But if you want, you can kind of lift it and then cut out the part where it's kind of wrinkling on itself. And that should keep it a little more flat. If you want, you can put more adhesive, but honestly, you don't need all this adhesive in there. They overkill by a lot. Okay. This adhesive is definitely overkill. And I kind of want to get this foil piece off if I can. There we go. Because this foil is from the old screen, but it doesn't look like it's going to come out properly. It's just going to keep tearing, so you might have to just leave it there. Let's see. Okay, it's working. I'm peeling it out this way, not towards the inside, because where it tore, it has like some ripped edges, and then it's just gonna, oh, do that. It did it anyways. Okay. Just peel up all that excess foily stuff. Oh, there's tears in it, so it's kind of have to go a little slow. Okay, there we go. Got most of that up. You can see there's some here as well. We're gonna have to try and get that out. This is the foil from the old screen. Okay, there's that. Okay, see this? There's like a solid plasticky double-sided adhesive here that they kind of wrinkled. So I'm gonna cut that out and get rid of that. It's stuck to me. Cut that off and get rid of that stuff. Okay, we don't need that solid plastic thing there. Actually, can we just take the whole thing off? Yeah. I think, is this, maybe they tried to apply some double-sided tape to make it not look so bad. All right, and then we got this foily stuff from the old screen. We got to peel that off again. Okay. I don't know if they added more double-sided tape or what. My guess is they did. And it didn't come out good, so then they gave up and then they sent the computer to me. I don't know why it's just double-sided tape. It's not really an issue. Okay, peel that up and then stick it back down more flat. Okay, you can see this kind of folded on itself, so we're probably gonna have to cut that stuff out. Or if we can, there we go, flatten it back down. That's good. This side's kind of folded on itself, but also wrinkly. Let's see. Try and peel it up a little and flatten it out if we can. Okay. Flatten it out. It's just wrinkling all on itself. I'm probably gonna have to cut that off. Actually, it flattened out nicely. Okay, so there we go. I think that should be good. We got this frame bezel off. Next, we're gonna open this up. We gotta take these screws out. So there's screws on all four corners. This one got yanked through, so it should be on top like this, okay? So normally that's how the screws would sit. So we're gonna take this off. 4 screws. And I don't know if they messed up some stuff on the side here because it's like popping out, but I don't know. We'll see if we can somehow fix that. So there, and this one. Okay, there's the 4. And now carefully pop this out. Okay, basically lift it. There's some adhesive here holding it, so. But yeah, you gotta kind of like push it in towards the center here as you lift it up. Okay, you can see this is how you get the bezel out. Okay, I'm pulling it in and then also twisting it this way. Okay, that's how you pop those clips. The problem is this adhesive is also kind of sticking to this, so it's being annoying. Let go, please. Okay, let's go ahead from this side then. All right, there we go. And then this side's coming out. Okay, come on, let go. All this adhesive, get off. Okay, see all that adhesive holding it? Okay, and there we go. So there's the bezel without the other portion. And we got the 4 screws out, so we should be able to drop the screen. We're gonna flop this forward here, and here's the screen. So to get the screen out, flip this latch, and then grab the edges and pull it just like that. This screen model is right, where is it? Where are you guys? N140 FGE-EA2 revision C2. That's the old screen. So the customer bought a new screen. Hopefully it works okay. The model is right there, LP140WD2, and then in parentheses TPB1. This is revision 01. So let's see, hopefully it works just as well. I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on with the edge here, because let me figure that out real quick before we do the rest. Okay, so this part is kind of popping up, and the other person didn't want to work on it because of that. So let's see here. They said it's like bent. I don't know, it seems okay. This cable keeps wanting to go underneath it though, and I think they actually popped it out wrong. There we go. It's supposed to go outside like that, right? Then this black wire. Oops, sorry, you guys aren't even able to see what's going on. Alright, so this wire was tucked in between here and was causing it to bow it out. So this is actually supposed to go like, I believe it's supposed to go like this. I don't know. I didn't see what it looked like before they touched it, so I don't know if it's messed up or what. looks like that would tuck in there and that would tuck in there. And then there's like little clips here that are supposed to kind of hold this in place, but I think they bent this metal piece, so it's kind of popping out, as you can see. But for the most part, other than that, it looks okay. All right, I think we're good. So let's go ahead now and put the screen on, and then we're gonna have to reseat everything, and hopefully there's no issues. There's like broken plastic pieces here. I think they from damaging the clips. All right, let's go ahead and get this on. So we got that. Line that up. Flip it over. Get it in line. Then grab that and pull that in. Latch that down. Then the screen, we just flip it back into place. All right. There's this film on top we need to peel off. So peel that, roll it this way. All right. You can see it's a matte finish. Remove protective film, damaged screen. Okay, so they have a phone number there for people to call. All right, so next thing we're gonna do is put this back in. This part can be a little tricky because you do have to kind of go in at an angle, and you have to make sure that it goes at the bottom. I don't know if I'll be able to really show. Oh, actually, okay, so back here, you see there's access. So we're gonna slide that in. So this slides in like this, down here. And then you have to check from back here to make sure these little clips go in the right spot. Okay, so you gotta go from both sides. And then once you make sure all those little clips are in, you should be good to go. You can open this up and you can clip in the rest of this. You can also go ahead and put in the screws. Okay. That one. And this one. Okay, make sure that's all in, looks good. Now, you gotta make sure to clip all of this. So you push, oops, sorry. Push in towards the center, just like this. Some of the clips are broken, so it might not hold as well, but okay. Push on the outer edge and in towards the center. Okay. Stick that all down. Good. My phone's running out of storage space. I hope I can finish this in time. Right, get that screw in. Get this screw in. All right. So for the most part, we're good. The only thing is this has some clips kind of missing, but you can see I was able to clip it back down properly. So hopefully it shouldn't be an issue. Okay. Now, obviously, we have the bezel with all the double stick adhesive on it. And what I like to do is line up these little holes first because it has the little rubber things to help align it. So do that. Work your way up to the edge. And work your way to the edge. Let me flip this over so I can see better. And yeah, just like that. Then work your way down. Yeah, this screen they got is a little bit thicker, so it doesn't sit as flat, but it shouldn't be an issue. Right? There's a little bit of this adhesive is being weird, but there we go. Okay. So yeah, the screen they got, it doesn't sit as flat, but it shouldn't be too big of an issue. It can fits in there properly. All right, we're gonna reconnect the battery. Sorry, I'm doing this fast because I'm running out of storage space on my phone. I need to hurry up, upload stuff, and delete them. But get that in, pinch that battery connection. All right, then we'll get this piece back. All right, just get it lined up. Click it all back into place. Sounds good. All right, get that screw. I always twist it backwards to hear it click first. All right, click that in. Zoom in. All right, let's get all these screws in. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, again, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. And if it helped you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. Again, if you can't help out that way, it would help a lot if you could watch a few of my other videos and then like and comment on those as well, because that's what the algorithm likes to see. But other than that, we should be good to go. I'm going to finish getting these screws in, and then we're going to power it up, make sure everything is good. All right. Let me double check the screws one more time. Good. Double check the clips one more time. Get the battery back in, just line it up, slide it in, make sure it's in the locked position. Don't forget the little SIM card slot thing, unless you don't care. I mean, it's not like you have to cover it, but if you're ever going to use a SIM card in here, then you want to make sure. Okay, line this little thing into the slot, push it down. Good. Get that USB back in. I don't know if it has enough battery life, but let's see. Okay, the light's green, and unless they shorted the backlight circuit, we should have life. There we go. So we're good to go. Again, hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, like, comment, subscribe, share my channel. You know what to do. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Let's drop this. Bye.